vinora prashtakam yatpada smriti matrana damodara prasidati. Vansakalpatrupyascha kripa sindhu bhevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandha Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Bhanta Radha Kanta Namaskute Tapta Kancana Gaurangi Radha Vrindavaneshwari Risabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Bhaktya Vihina Parada Lakshya Ikshiptascha Kamaritaranva Madhya Kripamani Tam Sharanam Prapanna Vrindya Namaste Chalanaravinda Bhajami Radha Maravinda Netram Smarami Radha Madhura Smitasyam Bhajami Radha Karunadanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasati Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. First of all, I offer my Satangandavat Pranam, thousands of times, Lord Sri Krishna Paramarajam, Sri Paravarma, Om Vishnu Paraswat, Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan, Sri Maharaj Giridhari. Secondly, I offer my Satangandavat Pranam, thousands of times, Lord Sri Krishna Rupananga Gauri Gurvarga. I offer my Satangandavat Pranam, to all Semper Vaishnava. Continuing reading from Srimad.Bhagavat Gita, chapter 3, Shlok 39. This day we are hearing Avritam Jnanam Etena Jnanina Nitya Vaivinam Kama Rupena Kaunteya Duspurena Arena Sha. O Kaunteya, the true knowledge of the wise is covered by the eternal enemy in the form of Kam, which burns like a fire and can never be satiated. Yesterday we heard the Bhagavat, and now we hear the Prakashika Vrishti Gurudev. Just to recap from what yesterday was read, Sri Gurudev is saying that Kam is the root cause of lamentation and distress, and has been compared to fire. Kam analam maru lavai shamanyam durakahi. 7th canto Bhagavatam. Kam can never be satisfied by enjoying the sense objects. It is like a fire which cannot be extinguished by drops of honey in the form of momentary satisfaction. Evam grihe sagirato visayan vividha sokay sevamana chakusyat adhyastokai ivanalaha. 9th canto Bhagavatam says, the sage Sobari Muni was not able to attain peace by profusely enjoying sense objects, just as fire is not pacified when drops of ghee are poured into it. Natripatyat Prabhu Kamo Vahni Ahuti Bir Yata. 11th canto, Srimad.Bhagavat. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur quotes Krishna saying, this Kam is indeed avidya for the jivas, and it is their only eternal enemy. Because Kam means desire. The desire of the jiva is eternally with them. They eternally desire. Therefore, we have to desire Krishna's seva. Then that Kam will be pacified. Only Krishna's service to Krishna can pacify that desire. Desire fire. It covers the conscious jivas like an irresistible fire. It's Kam. Just as I, Sri Bhagavan, am a conscious being, similarly the jiva is also a conscious entity. The difference between my nature and that of the jiva is that I am infinitely conscious and omnipotent, whereas the jiva is atomically conscious and can only act by the energy given by me. Only if Bhagavan gives you energy, then you can act. If you don't get food and water, you lose all your energy and you won't even be able to get out of bed. You're so much dependent on Bhagavan's mercy. He gives it to us in the form of rain, sunlight, food, stuffs, everything. And that food stuff we offer to the Lord and we receive it back at Mahaprasad and we are able to maintain his body. All energy is being given by the Lord. The Nitya Dharma, eternal occupation of the jiva, is to be my eternal servant. This is called Prema or Nishkam Jaiva Dharma. The eternal function of the jiva, whose motivation is unalloyed. Every conscious being is, by his constitutional nature, endowed with free will. The pure jiva also has free will by constitutional nature. According to the degree to which he properly uses this free will, he can act as Maya channel 7. The misuse of that pure free will is called avidya or kam. Those jivas who do not serve me by correctly using their free will will have to accept calm and enjoying mood, which is the perverted form of the jiva's pure state, prema. Their sarup becomes acharit chetana, covered consciousness, as they are covered more and more by calm. This is called karma bandhan, the bondage of the jiva or samsara jatana, suffering of birth. So these laws will ultimately degrade you to the position or condition of inert or this stationless, motionless life forms like trees and plants and shrubs, or even to be like that of a mountain. Vedic scripture describes the mountains are actually living. They're not just some inanimate object. Even scientists say the mountains are always shifting or growing or changing. It's because the mountains are alive. Before in Vedic times, the mountains used to fly. They had wings. They could fly wherever they want. But what happened is that the mountains they began flying, as the world began becoming more populated. Then these mountains they would fly up in the sky and they would land and they would squash a whole village or a city or a settlement. And all the people they began worshipping Indra, praying to him. So Indra came to their protection. He cut the wings of all the mountains. That's why all the mountains are stationless now. They cannot move. But previously they could fly. They had consciousness. So, but ultimately if you are covered by calm, you become so lusty, so much absorbed in the desire to enjoy, fulfill your own material desires, the consciousness will become more covered and covered and covered till you become like that of a stone. And then in your next birth, as you give up your life, according to your consciousness, you take birth accordingly. So if your consciousness is like that of a stone, you will take birth like that. The mountain or anything. You see people in this world, according to their absorption, their bodies actually begin to transform according to their absorption. You see, husband and wife, if they're always absorbed in each other, they'll begin to start to look alike. The husband will start beginning looking like the wife, and the wife will begin to look like the husband. Their faces will begin changing. If someone is always absorbed in like a butcher, killing animals, killing pigs and things, then his face also becomes like a pig. He's always thinking about it. According to your absorption, even in this life, the subtle body, the physical body follows the subtle body. So when you give up this physical body, according to the state of your subtle body, in form of that, you will take another physical body. So if your absorption is always about something, your subtle body will take that form. Therefore, even in this life, even though your fixed physical body is fixed based on your previous karma, because you're so much absorbed in something in this life, small changes will already begin to be visible in the physical body. If you look very carefully, you'll be able to notice this. It's perceivable. So calm will cover the consciousness of the jiva and make it completely inert, acharit, covered. You become like unconscious. Therefore, the only way to not be unconscious is being Krishna conscious. Being conscious of Krishna, Bhagavan, Braj-Dham. And only by being conscious of Braj-Dham, remembering Braj-Dham and the Braj Parikas, can you come to Braj. Sloka 40. Indriyani manobuddhir asyadishtanam uchyate. Etar vimo hayatya esha jnanam avritya dehinam. The senses, mind and intelligence are said to be the dwelling places of this desire to enjoy. With their help, this lust covers the knowledge of the jiva and completely bewilders him. Bhavanuvah. Where does this calm reside? In response to this question, Sri Bhagavan is speaking this sloka beginning with Indriyani. The senses, mind and intelligence, which are like a great fort or capital city, are the abode of this enemy, calm. The sense objects such as sound are like the kingdom of the king. The embodied soul, Dehi, is bewildered by all of them. So calm is residing where? In one's senses, in one's mind, in one's intelligence. Residing there. Lust is there. Then, by this lust and the senses, they want to meet with the sense objects. They want to enjoy them. Just like a king will enjoy his kingdom. So similarly, the senses will want to enjoy their kingdom, that is the sense objects. So calm is that thing which propels the jiva to enjoy. Prakashika vritti. One can easily conquer one's enemy when one has discovered his hiding place and destroyed it. The senses are the shelter or hiding place of calm. Therefore, by subduing the senses, calm can be easily defeated. In other words, we said, out of sight, out of mind. You keep your senses away from everything, then you will not think about it. And how is calm will manifest? Bhagavan Shri Krishna has compared calm to a very powerful king. The senses to his capital, which is protected by the great court of the mind, intelligence, and false ego. And the various sense objects to the kingdom and the subjects of the king. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, just like the subjects, they serve the king, and therefore all the sense objects, they become our servants. We force them to, we enjoy them by force. Like a conqueror, he goes into another land and he conquers, and he takes everything by force. He forces the people there to subdue to him, and he enjoys them. Rules them, takes their money, everything. Similarly, calm, forcing our senses to enjoy the sense objects. We are subduing these sense objects, taking them for ourselves, acquiring them, and then enjoying them. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, when the pure cognizant jiva accepts the body, he is known as Dehi, embodied. Calm keeps the jnana of the jiva covered as long as it dwells in the senses, mind, and intelligence. This calm is covering our intelligence, not helping us develop pure consciousness. Rather degrading our consciousness, covering it. Covering till we become achari, completely senseless, unconscious. Because calm is the exact opposite of prem. Where prem is life, you understand, calm is death. The subtle state of calm is avidya, ignorance. Someone may claim to be ignorant. I don't know anything. No one taught me. Therefore I'm enjoying. No. Due to your calm. Your desire, the material desire is lust in your heart. Therefore you are ignorant. Your mind and intelligence is covered. It's not anyone else's fault, it's your fault. You are responsible for your own actions. You have turned your face away from Krishna and developed this independent desire, this calm. Therefore you have covered your consciousness willingly. They say ignorance is bliss. People want to be in ignorance. They want to enjoy the senses. They don't want to know more. You want to try to explain something to somebody. They don't want to hear it. Because a lot of the time, even like for instance, there might be like some lie. For instance, you try to explain to someone, oh, Swami Prabhupada said we never went to the moon. How we never went to the moon? It's not the lie that they're afraid of. They don't want to hear about it. But it's the idea that if their whole life they've been cheated so much, fooled, then what to speak of so many other things they may have been fooled about. Therefore then they become fearful. The whole world, reality, the whole existence becomes under question. And they don't want to change, they're very attached to who they are, their belief, their position, everything. People don't want to alter their reality. So it's not the lie itself, but it's the act of being lied to and being fooled. Therefore people then they don't want to hear you. No. I don't want to hear about these things. You try to explain about the soul, or try to explain about Bhagavan. They don't want to hear. Because they don't want to believe that their whole life, the basis of the foundation of their reality, their life is all a lie. That they've been fooled, they've been living an untruthful life. based on false realities. People don't want to think that. It's too much. We're shocked. Therefore they want this avidya, they want this ignorance. They don't want to hear about higher topics. They prefer to be in this ignorance. This is all due to what? Kama. Independent desire, material desire. The subtle state of Kama is avidya, ignorance. If this avidya, only which originally offers the initial veil of ignorance in the form of material ahankar, false ego to the jiva, or this up, it is this avidya only which originally offers the initial veil of ignorance in the form of material ahankar, false ego to the jiva, who is an atomic conscious entity with pure ego. So this Kam leads to avidya, and this avidya leads to false ego, ahankar. And then ahankar, the false ego, covers the pure ego. That is what? Jiva Swarup hoy Krishna Nitya Das. Aye Nanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Maam Vishagaya Bhavam Buddho Kripaya Tava Para Pankada Siddhatuli Satrisham Vichintaya. I am Nanda Tanuja Kinkaram. I am the Kinkar, the sold out servant, maid servant of Sri Nanda Tanuja, the son of Nanda Maharaj. I am a eternal servant of Krishna. This pure ego, this pure mood, covered by a false ego, is based on I am mine. I am this body, I am this, I am this, I am that, this is mine, this and that. This is called samsara. Later, when the ahankar develops, the material intelligence provides the mind as a second shelter. The material intelligence provides the mind as a second shelter. So the jiva, his false ego is there, protecting his calm. Then his mind is another layer which will protect his calm. Intelligence and mind, 3 layers. These are all for the protection of maintaining his independent desires. And by this then he convinces himself and he remains in ignorance. First his ego. His ego prevents him from hearing higher topics. His intelligence will tell him, no, this is all bogus. Where is the scientific evidence for this? Where has anyone seen God? How can it be like that? If God existed, then why are bad things happening in this world? Why is everyone so derailed? Why is everyone... No, it can't be. And then the mind itself then will also come to its own conclusions. Accepting, rejecting, basing on his, what the senses provide. Sense perception, all these things in here, the mind assimilation comes to its own conclusions also. So the mind, intelligence, false ego is all cheating the jiva. The calm is the desire is independent. The desire to be independent and to enjoy is very strong. The mind which runs after sense objects then provides the senses as a third place of shelter for calm. Taking shelter of these 3 places, calm casts the jiva into worldly enjoyment. When the jiva turns to worship Bhagavan by his own will, it is called vidya. And when he willfully becomes averse to Sri Bhagavan, it is called avidya. Vidyam dadati vinayam. Real knowledge means humility. Accepting that I am at fault. I am suffering. I need to elevate myself. I need help. Then this desire to surrender, to seek out Bhagavan, seek out God comes from the heart. So when this humility comes, then knowledge will come. And vice versa also. When knowledge comes, then true knowledge comes, then humility will automatically be there. Like a tree, when the branches are full of fruits, the branches are automatically they are hanging down. And you can go and easily pluck the fruit. But a tree without any fruits, no fruit of humility, then it's standing tall and straight. Like this. Therefore, you see, in South India, whenever they make the temples, the entryway into the Garbhaguri, they call it. It's called the womb, or the inner sanctum of where the deity resides. They always make the doorway a little low. So even when the pujari is in, they cannot walk in like this. They always have to a little bit put their head down. They come in with a humble mood. So this humility has to be there. Then when humility is there, then knowledge will follow. And vice versa. When real knowledge is there, humility will come. So, when you willfully turn towards Bhagavan is Vidya, and when you become averse is avidya. Sloka 41. That's why when we approach Guru Vaishnava also, we always approach with a mood of humility, head down. Not that you walk in front of, happily walk in front of Gurudev, open chest, head high in the sky. When this Gopinath Patanayak, his brother, Gopinath Patanayak, anyhow, he was collecting, Vaninath Rai. I think it's Vaninath Rai, the brother of Gopinath Patanayak. He was tax collector for the king, that time King Pataparudra. He had certain provinces where he would collect tax from. But his nature was that he used to collect his money and he used to use it in so many things. Chaitanya Charitamrita said he would hire dancing girls, watch dancing girls, he would spend it on luxury, he would sometimes also give donations to Brahmanas. He was misusing all the funds. Then it came to the attention of the king, not the king himself, but the administration. So they said, okay, he's not giving the money, he has so many horses, let's go confiscate these horses. So the prince himself came there with his investigation with the group. He said, now you're not paid even the tax money, now we're confiscating your land and your horses and everything. And many horses. In those days, horses were so valuable. Like today, even cows, in India, cows and buffaloes, they are worth so much. And if one has a good buffalo, a good cow, then it's like a livelihood. It's an actual great income. You sell the milk. In those days, even more. A horse was so valuable, like owning a car nowadays. There were no cars and there was only means of transportation, fast transportation. So he came and he was looking at these horses, and the prince said, oh, these horses are worth this and so much money. Then Vaninath, he laughed. He said, my horses are not worth this much money. He said, my horses, their heads are always straight up. They're very fine horses, very strong, and they're not like you. My horses are always straight and strong. In other words, you're saying that my horses are so qualified, but you are nothing compared to my horses. You are not even as qualified. You don't have these qualities as my horses do. Then Vaninath, this prince became angry. He arrested him and ordered for his death sentence. Throw him on the Changa. The Changa, they put you on a stage, they put so many horses in the ground and they throw you onto the sword and you can fail. Otherwise they take a sword or they take a spear, put it down, and they stick it in your anus. And then what happens is you slide slowly down and it goes inside your rectum and then you bleed to death. It's very painful, horrible death. And we know this Katha, and he was in the prison chanting Harinam. But he had no mala, so that he would scratch his body one time, every time he would chant. So the devotees heard that he was arrested and was ordered to be thrown in the Changa, then he was the son of who? Bhavananda Rai. We sing every evening this Panchaputta Sanghe Nache Rai Bhavananda. Nida Putta Sanghe Nache Sena Shivananda. This son, 5 sons of Rai Bhavananda, if Bhavananda is described to be like Pandu, Maharaj Pandu, then these 5 sons are described to be like the 5 Pandavas. So they kept on coming to Maharaj, saying him, this is going to happen. And Maharaj heard everything, he said, yes, he should be punished. Why is he stealing the funds of the king? The king is a representative of Bhagavan himself, maintainer of Dharma. If he is stealing the funds of the king, it's like stealing from Bhagavan. Yes, punishment is true. They kept on coming to Maharaj, if you keep making this coming up to me, I will leave from here, I will not stay here anymore. Then Rai Ramananda and I forget, but he's talking to maybe Sarvam Bhattacharya or Kashi Mishra, I forget, but they brought the matter to the attention of the king himself, Maharaj.Bhagavat. And when Maharaj.Bhagavat heard, he said, oh, I didn't know, I was not aware of this. He immediately sent a message, go order stop the execution of this. Stop the execution. Just before they were about to throw him into the Changa, they came and stopped him. Then he was brought in front of the king. That time the king, they say, just read, Dan Sama Bhed Danda. 5 principles of an expert politician. First you give Sama, you try to do some reconciliation. Then Dhamma, then bribe. After that, Bhed, division. And after that, then the punishment. So you go overseas one by one. If the first one works, you don't need the other 3. The second one works, then you don't need the other 2. And you can do the third one. You divide them so much that they stop their nonsense, then you don't need to punish them also. But if the thing is final, then the final act is to punish them and subdue them by force. So the king, he started with Sama. He said, oh, you are such a wonderful devotee and you are such a great tax collector. So I understand you have so many expenses. So how much money do you collect every month? And he said, oh, this many, 2 lakhs rupees, whatever. Okay, I'm going to double it. You take these areas also, these provinces under your jurisdiction, you also collect from them. And as you know, 20% is your fee, 80% is the fee of the government. Please come. Then he said, also, what is your monthly salary? Then I also double the salary. So they get a salary, but also get a percentage of the collection. In fact, nowadays salesmen, you get a minimum, you get like phone salesmen. They give you a base salary, but you get bonuses of how many phone calls you do and how many customers you bring, you get extra credit. There's no cap, there's no limit to how much you can earn. Network marketing, the same kind of principle. So they said, you collect these taxes, we'll give you some percentage of that. So not all taxes can be collected. Sometimes you don't want to give, then you have to send the military, the army, the soldiers have to go there. So we'll double that. So he did this. First he did Sama, he glorified, he did reconciliation, then he did Dhamma, then he gave bribe. Then he left from there, came in front of Maharaj, brought in front of Mahaprabhu. Bharanatha offered his pranams to Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu said that when you are going to give on a chant, what were you doing? I was chanting the holy name. How are you counting? And the devotee showed him, they turned his back, and they showed his back and arm and leg, everywhere, all these structures. And Mahaprabhu gets pacified and clean. And he glorified Rai Bhagavan and his servants. So, here, he's saying that this calm takes shelter of 3 places. That is what? The ego, the mind and the senses. And when you turn towards Bhagavan willfully, you are vidya, and when you turn away from Bhagavan, it's avidya. This desire, this independent desire, it has to be offered unto Bhagavan. Then try to develop some humility. Then this is the real fruit of knowledge. You may have so much learning, but you are proud, your head is high up strong, then what will happen? And so many problems will come. Bhagavan will smash your leg, make you bow down by force. Crack your head. People who have body, high birth, high learning, wealth. These are 4 things that are obstruction to bhakti. Janmashvarya, Shuddhi, Edamara, Mudapma. Janmashvarya, Shuddha, Shivir. Beauty, birth, Aishwarya, knowledge. These 4 things make you very, very proud. Bhagavan sees you have this thing and he'll take it away from you. You will not last long. If your ahankar grows from this so much, especially when the devotee, he develops any of these things, Bhagavan will smash this pride. Bhagavan knows how to smash this pride. Sometimes the devotees, they think, oh, I am better than others. Oh, this devotee is not doing sadhana, this devotee is not waking up, this devotee is eating so much, this devotee is not chanting, this devotee doesn't know any Sanskrit or slokas, this devotee doesn't know how to cook, doesn't know how to sing, I am the expert singer. So many, we may fault find and think in this way. Then our anger, our pride develops and Bhagavan will smash it very nicely. Now you think, oh, I am singing very nicely. Then some devotee comes from anywhere, sits down and sings 1,000 times better than you. And everyone is totally nice, bright, and so much happy in their kirtan. Or even someone who has no voice, but he has so much mood that he sings and everyone is dancing and doing kirtan very nicely, and you with your nice voice and everything, no one's even looking at you. I will smash you. You're so proud, oh, I am sannyasi, I am brahmachari, this and that. Then Bhagavan will arrange for a fall down. Then you become humble. Anything, Bhagavan may smash this. But generally Bhagavan, he doesn't want to give sense gratification to his devotees, even if they ask for it. He only gives his nectar with lotus feet. Bhagavan is so merciful. And especially if you take shelter of any Rasik Vaishnava, then Gurudev, he will protect you. Even you may go to the dham, pray for anything. That prayer Gurudev will hear. Gurudev will intervene. He says, oh Krishna, oh Giridhari Govardhan, my disciple is very ignorant. He is asking for this poison. Do not give this to him. Then the dham and the Bhagavan will not fulfill your material desire. Why? Because Gurudev is preventing, stopping it. No, this poison will be detrimental to you. Check your devotion. Create so much suffering and ignorance to you. For Bhagavan and the Gurudev protects. So therefore this humility, this is the key. He said that there's a verse saying that Vaishnava mana hoile koro chilo sar, chinar ki shlok sunite kore gilo bar. I had a deep desire in my heart to become Vaishnava, but I came up against this wall. War of Chinaraki Sunishana, and I lost all hope. We think, I will become Vaishnava, I will do bhajan. Then when we come to the reality of being humble, offering respect to others always, never demanding respect, being more tolerant and being more humble in the greater class, when it comes to walk the walk, then we are unable to. Or we feel it's like a great mountain, a great wall, we cannot cross over. It's easy to be very humble when people are glorifying you and offering you pranam and touching your feet. Oh, then you are very humble, yes. Haribol, yes. But anyone criticizing you, finding fault at you, ordering you, hey, do this nonsense, then we'll see where is your humility. Then the false ego comes. Oh, who are you? What is your position? Why are you telling me? Mind your own business. Don't you know? I am sick, I am this, I am that, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. Who are you to speak? You don't know anything. Then the false ego and this humility goes all out the window. And humility goes out the window, the false ego becomes prominent. So this humility, when talk about it is easy. You hear about it is easy. Very nectable, yes. I want to be humble. But to practice humility, this is the real test. How can you practice humility? The secret is in the sloka itself, Giridhari. In the end of the last line it says, what? Kirtaniya Siddhahari. If you want to be humble, then do kirtan always. Kirtaniya Siddhahari, then all other four qualities will come. Trinadapi Sunichana, Tarorapi Sunichana, Amanina and Manajana. Respecting others and never demanding respect. Then you will get the strength to be humble by doing kirtan. And vice versa. If you have these four qualities, then you can do kirtan truly. And if you do kirtan truly, then these four qualities must come. Then if you develop this humility, then this is called real vidya, real knowledge. Then the fruit of knowledge will come what? Then the true fruit of knowledge is what? Vidya, Gyan, Samandhya, relationship with Bhagavan, Prema, develop. So we'll finish here, and tomorrow will be our Keshavra, but we'll continue with our reading of Bhagavad Gita. Gauramananda Hare Hare Bol Jai Shri Guru Pada Padma Ki Jai Guru Parampara Ki Jai Sachinandam Gaur Hare Ki Jai Saparsada Gaur Hare Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai Sankirtan Kari Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai Nantavadi Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai Samagadi Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai Gaur Paramananda Hare Hare
Huh?